Well, hello there, sweet people. Welcome to the Sweet K channel. My name is Katarina, and today I have another very interesting, entertaining, and learning video ready for you. So stay watching if you want to learn some fascinating facts about the human body. Number one, I picked goosebumps. Goosebumps, we all know about them. We all are experiencing them when we are cold, when we are not cold, when we are excited. But what is the reason or point of having goosebumps or experiencing goosebumps on our body? This is the question which I had, and I hop to the Google again and research and find more interesting information. According to scientificamerican.com, I found out that the goosebumps are or is something which we inherited from our animals predecessor. It doesn't really have any function for us, unfortunately, and it's completely useless for us. What goosebumps actually is or are? Is it a multiple or is it a singular? I have no idea. So every single hair on our body does have a little micro muscle which contracts and pull the hair up and also pull the skin up, which looks like a small bump, and this is actually a goosebump. This is very good for animals when they are cold. They will sort of elevate their fur or hair on their body and protect themselves from losing more temperature or body temperature, and also it's very good for them if they are in a danger. They will make themselves appear bigger. The muscles which are connected with the hair are working with adrenaline, so if your body is releasing adrenaline, the hormones, the muscles will get the energy and they will pull and they will create the goosebumps. Adrenaline is released in different occasions. As we know, is released when we are experiencing something emotional, when we are seeing something which is bringing emotions into us, or something which I didn't know. Adrenaline is also released when we are cold. So this is why we have a goosebump. They are completely useless. We have them because we inherited them. Our body didn't get rid of it yet. Maybe in the future we will be goosebumpsless, or people won't have a goosebumps anymore. We'll see, but for now we have to live with it and just ignore it. Next thing which I found very interesting was dreaming black and white or dreaming in a color. And I actually found an article about the science experiment which was done in University of University of Dundee in UK. That sort of sounds like Dunder Mifflin Dundee award show, who got inspired by which. And this study was done by Eva Martin. Too many informations and I don't remember them. She did put together people, I don't really know how many, but half of those people, which number we don't know, were under 25 and half of them were over 55. So we have under 25 or 25 and over 55 and 55. And they were supposed to be checking and making notes and using apps to detect their dreams, or every morning when they woke up and they remembered the dream, they were supposed to write down all the information about the dream. What she was interested the most was dreaming in a color or black and white, which I had no idea this is actually a thing, that you can dream black and white. Only 4.4% of group under 25 were dreaming black and white, and only 7.3% over 55 were dreaming black and white, but those are these which were watching colored television while being children. Another big group which was over 55 was people who were dreaming black and white and who were watching only black and white television in a certain time of their childhood, and it was 25% of people who only watched black and white telly while being children were dreaming black and white, which from all this study they found out that actually watching television in early ages as a children can affect our future life. For example, the color which we are dreaming in. So if you, well, now everybody is watching only colorful stuff, so probably most of the population in the future will be dreaming in a color. But some people who only experience black and white television while they were children, they are dreaming black and white. They are not sure for 100%, but they think that this might be affecting us, which I think is interesting to know, but also we need to know that it's not 100% fact. It's only something what they are suspecting. Another thing which you probably heard from your childhood when your mom was trying to make you wear a hat in the winter, and this fact is that you are losing most of the heat or body heat through your head. I believe, me or not, believed to that fact until yesterday when I did my research for this video, and I found out that this is not true. This fact that you are losing, or that we are losing most heat from our head, comes most likely from 1950s, where they were doing some research and testing on special clothes for soldiers or for army. They put them in some special Arctic suits which were developed for very low and cold weather and cold temperature, but they didn't give them anything to cover the head. And of course they were losing most of the temperature during the head because they didn't have it covered. The study was done in University of British Columbia in 2008, where they actually researched that through this. They took 8 subjects, presumably living human being, and they put them into a cold water which was 17 degrees Celsius or 62 degrees Fahrenheit. They put them into water for 45 minutes. Half of those people were having head above the water, half of those people were submerged, which I think might be pretty uncomfortable, being under the water for 45 minutes, but what you wouldn't do for science. So thank you people who did that. Anyways, they were measuring how much temperature or body heat were those people losing through their body. They found out that those people who were having their head submerged under the water in a 70 degrees cold water were losing 11% of their body heat through their head, which they think is pretty not significant fact, because our head is usually covering or stands for 7% of our body. So it's 7% of our body and you lost 11% of the heat, so this is not really anything special, it's normal, it's to be expected, and this fact or myth was definitely destroyed because they found out that this is not true. I just feel really bad for those people who were submerged for 45 minutes in 17 degrees water. I don't know, wouldn't do that though, but some people are really happy about the science, and the sun just disappeared outside, so my lighting might have changed. I'm sorry about that. Useless appendix. We all have or used to have appendix in our body, and we all know that some people did go through appendicitis, which is inflamed appendix, when they went to the hospital, have it removed and carried on with their lives. So until probably fairly recently, everybody thought that appendix was useless, until some smart heads did put all the information together and found out that appendix is actually pretty cool. According to scientificamerica.com, appendix is accumulating lymph tissue. I might take my notes with me because I don't remember all those words which I'm going to tell you. It's accumulating lymphoid tissue which goes together with your immune system or immunity, and this lymphoid tissue is starting accommodating straight after you are born, and it reaches the peak when you're in your 20s or 30s, and after that it decreases until you are 60, and then pretty much there is nothing. So it's pretty cool that appendix actually works as an immune system, and it's actually beneficial for you. So these days when you go to a hospital with appendicitis, or if your case is not very severe and they can save your appendix, they would prefer to give you antibiotics and hope that your body won't do any harm to yourself, because appendicitis is actually autoimmune reaction where your body own cells are attacking another body own cells, but there is no reason why this is happening. Also, very cool thing these days, I found out they actually are using appendix for reconstruction surgeries, and this blown my mind because they use the appendix in reconstructive surgery of the urinary bladder, or let's call it just bladder. So what they would do, they would create a bladder from intestine, from a part of intestine, and then they will use appendix somehow as a muscle which will help you to stay continent. So you still can use or release the bladder whenever you need or whenever you want, which is blowing my mind. I cannot even imagine how this works. I don't understand how they can do it, but it actually works, and I think it's pretty cool. And I think we need to speak more about things like that, because I have no idea that they actually can do that. I'm really enjoying filming these videos and getting them ready and getting all the information out, because I'm learning some pretty cool stuff as well. I'm trying to find things which I didn't know about or I think are not very well known, so you can maybe learn something. We are all in a quarantine, we are all going through very difficult time and we don't know what to do, and we all have a lot of time on our hands. Well, most of us, not everybody, but I think, in my opinion, it's good to use this time wisely and to use it for something positive. For example, learning something new, or to do something, just something what makes you happy. And I hope this video did make you happy at least a little bit. If you do have any suggestions, any ideas, what can I search and learn about and then tell you about, and let me know. Leave a comment, like the video, subscribe to my channel. I have more videos on my channel. I have done a few fascinating facts about the male body and a female body, which was very interesting, and I learned some pretty cool stuff, and some more videos which you might find interesting. So please feel free to check out my channel. I'm now going to stop talking. I will just tell you to stay safe, stay healthy, stay happy, and I will see you next week.